Hello everybody, how are you today? I hope you are doing great because it is a fabulous day, and today I am going to be doing a video on working remotely. How do you set up your area so that you can work remotely and be productive? So if you want to know more about this, just stick around. I will be showing you where I'm working remotely right now, but before I show you that, let me tell you that there are some things you need to do. When you get up and you go to work, you have to get dressed, at least you comb your hair, and you make yourself presentable so you can go to the office or wherever you work, right? But when you work from home, I don't know about you, but there's this tendency to just get up from bed, wash your face, and that's it. You brush your teeth, you have your coffee, and hey, your pajama is really comfortable. Why get out of it, right? Wrong. You better get out of that pajama or else you're going to be in pajamas for the rest of your life. No, you don't want to do that. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you get up and you get dressed. When you get up and you get dressed and you get presentable, you get pretty, you get handsome, you feel good. You feel good about yourself, and you're going to be more productive because you're kind of set up for it. You've got your superhero suit on. So do that. And yes, of course, have your breakfast. You're going to want to sit down in front of your computer or your work papers with your coffee on the table. No. If you're a person who has a sit-down breakfast, then continue having your sit-down breakfast. If your sit-down breakfast is just a cup of coffee, sit down and have your cup of coffee, not where your workspace is, because we want to separate it. It's all about balance, separation. It's all about having your work being work and your home life being home, even if it's in the same space. So let's continue to see what other tips we can do. And talking about space, yeah, that's important. If you put your office in the middle of, an area that is a family common area, it's going to interrupt everybody in your family. You need that quiet space, but you may be limited. So you may have to use a corner in the living room, or you may have to use a little corner in your bedroom. And if you share your bedroom with somebody, they're going to lose the bedroom for the time that you're working. Make sure that wherever you set up, it's a workable space for everybody who shares this area of the home with you. I'll show you where I have set up, and it works for me perfectly, and it doesn't become visually intrusive. This is my bedroom, and I am going to show you how I set up my little workspace when I'm working remotely, which I really like. I really like this remote working thing. I'm going to show you this holding the camera in my hand, so it's not that steady. Let me show you. Right there, that's my table. And underneath, this is where I sit. I don't have a chair, so I sit in this very comfortable stool. I don't know what you call it, but it's very comfortable. I really like it. And the other thing is that I'm really not used to sitting down all day because I'm a teacher, so I'm standing up and walking around. So it's perfectly fine for me. Over here on top of the table, I keep it as clear as possible because I don't want it to clutter up my room. So let me show you all I have on my table. The computer, the book that I need with information about my students, notebook, and then in here I have my blue blocking glasses. I don't know why I keep this here. I don't need this. Pens. In case there's people in the house, I don't want to disturb them. I hook up to my earphone things. Red pen, I don't know why, because we're not marking any papers. It's a teacher thing. You've got to have a red pen. And that's it. I'm good to go. That's how I set up my house. My room, it doesn't interfere with the rest of my room. I feel good working from my room, and I don't disturb anybody else.
I have everything I need.
I'm a teacher, and right now we are working remotely because of the coronavirus, and I feel very comfortable. I like working remotely. I have to tell you the truth, I've been working more. I've broken one of my rules, which is basically to set up a schedule and stay within that schedule. And I knew I was going to break that because I enjoy working online. So for me, it's almost like not a job. So I've been calling my parents at all hours. They've been calling me at all hours. You know, the last call, I said, okay, this is too much, was like at 11:45. And I said, 11:45 p.m.? No, that's a little too much. But yes, you need to set hours. Let's say that your regular hours are a cutoff of 5 p.m. and you want to go a little bit beyond that because it's normal. Sometimes even in the office, you're going to stay a little later. You can go ahead and do that. But when you finally disconnect, that's it. Work is done. Now is your home life, your family life, your personal development, and whatever it needs to be done for you, you need to do it because you have to keep the balance. It's all about balance. So let's see what other tip I can give you. We talked about being presentable. That means you're going to get dressed. We talked about the space where you're going to put your little office. Make sure you can separate it, and maybe you can use a little paraben type of thing, or maybe if it's just set up in the corner, and then maybe you can just put everything away in the drawer when you're done. There's a lot of ways of making sure that you separate it, not only in terms of being engaged with it, but you separate it visually. It's important, and that you separate the area from the rest of your family members so they don't have to deal with your work. They shouldn't have to do it. But let's see what else. Yes, yeah. Don't let it interfere with your lunchtime. You need a lunchtime. So whenever your lunchtime is, you schedule it in. And why do I say you schedule it in? I don't know about you, but when I'm on a roll and I'm working and things are flowing and everything's going good, I'm not going to break for lunch. So make sure you break for lunch. Make sure you set an alarm. You know what you're going to go have for lunch. You have your lunch. If you have the opportunity of actually sitting on a balcony and enjoying your lunch, even if you're not eating anything, maybe you're just going to have some iced tea, or you're going to have a gelatin or yogurt, whatever, or you're going to have a real lunch, have it in a space that gives you separation from work and your break. So go to your balcony, go to your backyard, go to another space in your house somewhere else that has nothing to do with your workspace, but separate that time because this is your time to take a break. And then, of course, talking about breaks, if you work a 9-hour shift, you need 2 breaks. So those are another 15 minutes that you're going to separate from work. You're going to maybe walk around the house. Maybe that's the time for you to do some walking exercises back and forth, stretching exercises. That's really good for you. Or maybe you're going to take those 15 minutes to call a friend and say hello, because we want to stay socially distanced, but socially connected. So that would be a great time to call a friend. Let's see what else we can tell you that you should do. I don't know. I think that's it. I think I've done it. If you have any other ideas, just let me know. Write them in the comments. I hope that you like this video. Please subscribe. But more important than all of that, I hope that you have a day filled with peace, love, and joy. Bye-bye.